Yo, what's happening, everybody? It's me, Millie Money. I'm back. All right, man. I got a good baseball game for y'all tonight. The Royals, oh, yeah, the Royals versus the Orioles, man. Should be a good one. Tune in. AL Central versus AL East. Yeah, it should be a good one. They had a good game last night, so yeah, let's preview this out, man. Let's make this happen.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The start of the weekend is upon us. It's Friday evening baseball on the show. It's the Kansas City Royals taking on the Baltimore Orioles. First pitch coming your way next. So almost ready to get underway. And today's starter, Dean Kramer. And Chris, he's a guy that gets better when things get tough.
Well, you know this guy wants to be better than that. I mean, the ERA is bloated. He understands that he's got to put his team in a better position to win ball games. And at this point, you have to forget about your own individual stats, and you have to go out there and attack and try to get that W. And if you do that, you'll look up, and most likely that ERA will have dropped over time.
The wind of the pitch.
No, that's a ball. 2-0.
That one finds the zone, and it's 2-1. In the air, right field. And that's a fair ball. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in, and he's got a leadoff double.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. And that one upstairs.
Witt Jr. is one of only 2 players in AL/NL history to have 20 home runs and 20 stolen bases in each of his first 2 seasons, Boog. The other player, Julio Rodriguez.
Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. Man at second. Pitch misses, and a count 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Line drive out towards left field. That's a base hit. Now a long throw home. It's offline. The run comes in, and it's 1-0.
He was all over that one. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Now a chance for Vinny Pasquantino.
0-1.
Witt aboard here at first with nobody out.
Runner!
Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. Cut on and missed. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. On the ground right side, and it goes just foul. Here's the 0-2. And that one off the outside edge.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Ground ball left side, and it kicks off the bag.
stringing them together. That's 3 hits in a row. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Michael Garcia steps in for the Royals. And there's a foul ball. Garcia, 25 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. Cut on and lifted in the air. Holiday. And there's one down. And here now, the lineup for the Royals. And so far this year, this has not been a very good offense.
Well, in this day and age, if you can't slug and get on base, that OPS has to be at a certain level. If you're going to produce runs, give your pitchers an opportunity as they're facing tough offenses as well.
Now it's going to be Michael Massey. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but still hoping he'll turn it around soon. First pitch misses. Right through there for a strike. Still only one out here in the inning. Got him looking. That was pretty nasty. Here's Mark Canha. That one lifted to left. O'Hearn under it. Makes the catch. And that is that. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Royals 2 and the Orioles nothing. Back here with my pal Singy, and today's starter, Michael Wacha. How about a scouting report on him?
Well, coming into this game, hitters are batting under 250 against this starting pitcher. So it just shows you how effective he's been. He's been able to move his pitches around, add and subtract, change up the look so that hitters don't get too comfortable and start squaring up the baseball. We'll see what he's got in this one.
And the batter now, Cedric Mullins. First pitch just misses.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
There's the strike. On the ground,
No,
right
that's
side, and foul ball. Down and in, moved his feet.
Full count.
Bounce to the right side. Tosses to first, and they get Mullins for the out. All right, let's take a look at the Orioles lineup now. Not a team that usually sees a lot of pitches or works a ton of walks, Chris. They take a more aggressive approach than some of the other teams in the league.
They definitely have a few free swingers in this lineup, hitters who want to be on the attack, and that's great as long as you got pitches in the zone. But if the pitcher's able to expand the zone, can be very difficult for an offense like this to get going. You've got to somehow draw some walks, put some runners on base so that when you do have those free swingers come up, you can cash in with some runs that are plated.
The shortstop takes the ball.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
That's a little bit low. 1 out, bases empty. That clips the corner. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
Strike 2.
No ball. 2 strike.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 2 outs, base is empty. Swings and misses, struck him out. Orioles held in check there. They trail things here 2-0. Second inning set to go. Drew Waters stands in. Kramer back to work. Just missed. Singy wasn't very sharp in the first. Got hit around a little bit. Just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff in the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location. Sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
Clyde Washington doing the umpiring behind the dish in this one. Sometimes considered a bit of a pitcher's umpire, Singy.
He likes the low ball, which traditionally favors pitching. But, you know, hitters today are pretty good at dropping their barrel down. So we'll see how it goes in this one.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Batting ninth, center fielder Kyle Isbell.
And now it's Kyle Isbell. And a foul ball. And that one fouled off. Registered 3 Ks in this one.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
So the lineup flips over. Jonathan Indy at the plate. That one misses. Ball 1. Vermeer, the runner at first with 2 gone. Squirts away a little bit. To second, but way too late. Safe there.
Getting the out was never going to be easy. The wild pitch outside made things very difficult behind the plate, and it turned into a stolen base opportunity.
Fastball for a strike.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat. Drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
That one hammered, but pulled foul. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. It's softly on the ground, left side. Whips it to Mountcastle, and that's the 3rd out. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Royals 2 and the Orioles nothing. Back now at Oriole Park, bottom half of inning number 2. Now it's the veteran outfielder, Ryan O'Hearn. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Next offering is in for a strike. Towards first. Pasquantino steps on the bag and quickly one away in the second.
Batting 5th, first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle.
Here's Ryan Mountcastle.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Fastball in for a strike, 0-1.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep into counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Yeah, there's a ball.
You know, it didn't take Mountcastle long to make a splash at the major league level. In 2021, he became the first rookie to lead the Orioles in home runs since Kurt Blefary in 1965.
One down, base is empty. And foul ball. And he hits a ground ball right side. Tosses to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Batting 6th, second baseman.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Jackson Holliday. Outside low, 1-0.
1 ball, no strike.
Strike 1. That one fouled off. Next offering is in the dirt. Warning track, wall, and you can touch them all, baseball man. Third home run of the season, and they're on the scoreboard. It's 2-1. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Two outs, base is empty. Here's Ramon Laureano. And he swings and misses at the initial offer.
0-1.
Two down, base is empty, but one run across. Bottom half of inning number 2. Next offering upstairs. Just missed. Next pitch in for a strike. 2-2.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
That's off the inside corner, and that's ball 3. Swing and a ball popped up. Massey. And that is that. Orioles close the gap on the homer, and this is now a 2-1 ball game. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now, Bobby Witt Jr. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
Has room, and he makes the catch. And Chris, beyond the fact that he's so incredible defensively, he also can swing the stick. And here's the first baseman, Vinny Pasquantino. RBI single his last time up. That one drilled left field. 2 down. Two down, base is empty. Michael Garcia digs in now. He's 0 for 1. A little bit low, and that is ball 1.
1-0.
Just missed. Pitch misses outside, and now 3-0.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
There's the strike. 3-1. Outside corner, there's a strike.
Careful.
And down on strikes. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Royals 2 and the Orioles 1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the right fielder, Heston Kjerstad. Right down to shoot. 0-1.
0-1.
Fought off foul. Next pitch is downstairs.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. That K is his third of the game. So up next, Emmanuel Rivera. Misses off the inside, and that's ball one. One down, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball out to short. In the hole, jump throw. It's there, and that's a great play. Seeing an impressive jump throw from the hole at short. Let's see what StatCast has to say.
Now he's just showing off out there. I mean, I don't know if fans realize how much arm strength you need to make that throw. This guy's got a rocket of an arm, and that was on full display right there. Just an awesome job.
So the batting order turns over. Cedric Mullins will hit next. Just missed. And the 1-0. Yeah, that's fouled off. Two outs. Breaking ball misses down and away. Tap foul at the plate. Battling here as he fouls it away. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And that's downstairs and outside.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
That's to third, and that one handled. Fires over to first. And the Orioles set down in order. So they go quietly there. 3 innings complete. It's the Royals 2 and the Orioles 1. Back here in Baltimore, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Michael Massey. And that one misses up and in. Ball one. Massey measures 6 feet even, 195 pounds, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2019. That misses, and that's ball 2.
Well, these Royals doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Next offer in there for a strike. That's strike 2.
Still relatively early, but with a pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Line drive, knocks it down. He makes the throw, but it's not in time. And they come away without an out.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Now at the plate, Mark Canha. Fly to left his first time. And a foul ball. Massey on at first, nobody out. Ball one there.
That's a ball.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
And here is Drew Waters. O'Hearn going back. Grabs it right up against the wall.
Now back, catcher, Freddie Fermin.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Freddie Fermin. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And that one clips the corner. Two outs. It's in and out of his glove. But they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. Royals leave 1. They lead it 2-1. And we're back. Bottom of the inning. Digging in, Gunnar Henderson. The shortstop takes the ball.
You know, these Orioles showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
That one ripped and foul ball.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Swings and misses. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Here's Adley Rutschman. He was a strikeout victim his first time. And that one a little bit high.
1 ball.
The Orioles trailing by a run. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
1 down, base is empty. Gets a piece and stays alive.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. On to first, gets the out, 2 down after the strikeout. Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit. Grounded out his first time up.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
That's in there, and it's 0-1. That's a strike.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Now a swing, and O'Hearn sends this one high in the air and deep to right field. That one back there. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for 2. That's the 3rd out. Back now at Oriole Park. Ready now for the 5th inning. Here's the center fielder, Kyle Isbell. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one back. Feeling for the wall as he makes the catch. Back to the top of the lineup. Now the left fielder, Jonathan India. 1 for 2.
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. Kind of shows you a lot about his mental makeup as a pitcher.
Chris, you played here in 2002. What are the memories that stand out as to being a member of the Baltimore Orioles?
For me, it was just pulling into the parking lot and having those that were there with an encouraging smile or a pat on the back, regardless of how things were going. It made it a lot easier to come to the ballpark, whether you were doing well or you were struggling. And then the way that they treated your family. I mean, this is a great place to play, and I'd say it's got to be one of the top places in all of baseball.
Witt up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. And he grounds one to the right side. Whips it to Mountcastle, and Witt is out. And that'll do it. Royals bats are quiet there, but they still lead it 2-1. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and now the first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle. Waka back to work. That misses off the outside edge. Outside low, and the count now 2-0.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
That's outside. 3 balls, no strikes.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Right through there for a strike.
3-2.
And that one is lifted in the air. Isbell sprinting towards the gap. Brings it in with a nice running grab. One up, one down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Holiday
No,
at the
that's a
plate
ball.
and takes high there.
One
The
ball.
Royals
No strike.
up by a run. Last half of inning number 5. And
Ball
that's
2.
down and away. Fouls one off. 2-2. One down, base is empty. Now
3
one
balls.
missed.
2 strike.
Swinging at ball 4 that was off the outside edge. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Laureano comes up to hit. And first offering is fouled off. And
One
that's
ball.
outside.
1 strike.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out. 1-2-3 go the Orioles. And our score remains 2-1. New inning getting started. So up now for Kansas City, Vinny Pasquantino. There's a strike.
That's a real nice cutter right there. I mean, this guy can struggle with the inside pitch at times. So I'd say that's pretty effective if you can continue to command it on that side of the plate.
On the ground.
Foul ball.
And that's just foul. Foul ball still 0-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. And the 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. That misses the zone, and the count is 1-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Caught and missed. Struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Now it'll be the cleanup hitter for the Royals, Michael Garcia. 0 for 2 in this one. Swing and a bouncer towards third. Whips it to first.
Yep, he's out.
2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
Now batting, second baseman, Michael Massey.
2 outs, base is empty. And next up for the Royals, Michael Massey.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the 3rd out. Nothing doing for the offense that time. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Royals 2 and the Orioles 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 6th inning, and into the box for Baltimore, Heston Kjerstad. That one is absolutely belted. That's down. One hops off the wall. Into second base. The tying run is on with a leadoff double.
Waste no time there. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone. He was clearly ready to jump all over it. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with the chance to even this ball game up.
And now Emmanuel Rivera. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Swing and a miss. There's the slider.
Go ball.
It's
1
0-1.
strike.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit is probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Here comes the 0-1. And that one fouled off. With the go-ahead run at the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
The 0-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. That misses the zone. And that's ball 2. That's down and in.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Cedric Mullins in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Chop to the right side. Little Baltimore chop action for the base hit. Here's the throw to the plate. See, he beats the tag. We are tied at 2.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Just a simple ground ball the other way. They've had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Michael Wacha departs, and he was a tough nut to crack. Pretty stingy from start to finish. Back with the new arm after a quick break. Michael Lorenzen taking over on the mound. He's been so good against lefties. Cedric Mullins, the next to hit for the Orioles. Fouled off. He was late. Rivera gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. And ball one.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
1-2.
And delivers outside. Runner at first with no outs here. Swing and a ground ball, and it's just foul. That was close.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
Ground ball to middle. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
First and second, no outs. Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. First pitch, and he just misses. First and second here, no outs. Next offering upstairs.
Struggled a little bit in this one. A couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
3 ball. No strike.
Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. No outs, runners at first and second. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
And that'll load the bases.
A great back and forth in that at bat. He had to play off some really close pitches, and somehow, Boog, he found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Rutschman in the box now. Takes strike one.
Well, this is a tough situation with the bases loaded, but the healthiest mindset is just try to get outs, one hitter at a time.
Fought off foul.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this.
Now foul ball to right center. Isbell moving under it. Drops into the glove. Runners tag up from second and third. He'll score on the sac fly. 3-2. They take the lead.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
Ryan O'Hearn, the next to hit for the Orioles. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. India makes the play, and that should get the job done as he tags from third. He scores on the sac fly, and they lead by 2.
Well, that's the third run of the inning, and this team is doing a nice job of executing at the plate right now.
Next to hit, Ryan Mountcastle.
First baseman, Ryan Mountcastle.
He was late there. Strike one. Movement in the bullpen. Lucas Erceg up and throwing. Schreiber also getting ready. Off the mark there. And the count is 1-1. Lorenzen throws to first. And he's back in safely. The 1-1. Good eye right there.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. That's outside. 3-2 now.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. And a foul ball. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Ground ball up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Gets it there in time, though, and they do get the out. 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left. 7th inning coming up. It's the Orioles 4 and the Royals 2. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Matt Bowman. He last pitched 2 days ago.
Now pitching for the Orioles, number 51.
Mark Cannon getting ready to hit.
Leading off for the Royals, the designated hitter, Mark Cannon.
Misses outside, and it's 1-0. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Sir Anthony Dominguez is up and throwing for Brandon Hyde. Inside. Ball 2.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
A sliding stop. The throw, and that's a great play for the out.
You saw a few skills on display there for the out. Technique was great, reaction time was there, and the slide was smooth. Watching that play come together was really fun.
And to the plate for Kansas City, Drew Waters. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Bowman, a 6-foot righty. He features a 2-seam fastball, a splitter, a 4-seamer, and he works in a slider. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first, digging for 2. Throws to second, and he'll pull into second safely.
All over that one right there. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
Here's the catcher, Freddie Fermin. Back to right. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there are 2 outs. Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Matt Bowman gives way. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. CNL Perez on the pitch out of the pen here.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
So up now for Kansas City, Kyle Isbell.
A little surprised we don't see a pinch hitter here with the lefty-lefty matchup.
Just missed.
1-0.
Runner takes off for third. Pitch misses. Throw to third. And that will end the inning.
When you get thrown out at third with 2 outs, you kind of want to keep on running. Not a great decision there as it ends the inning.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Lucas Erceg. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Stepping in, Jackson Holliday. He's already homered in this game. First pitch misses. Erceg is what you're looking for in a good reliever. The ball stays in the ballpark. It's so hard to square him up. And that drops in for a strike.
Yeah, he stays out of the middle and pitches either at the bottom or at the top on the edges. And because of that, if you do get it in the air, it's usually just a high fly ball. And when it's down in the zone, it's on the ground.
He's so consistent that the manager basically could look at it like he's got 3 outs sitting in his pocket. That shortens the game. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
When he takes the mound, you feel like, hey, this inning is wrapped or this ball game is over. He's just that good, and you can see it in opposing hitters as well.
And a ball evens the count.
They know when he comes in, pretty much forget about it. Kind of reminds me of Mariano Rivera.
Got him. And 1 away. Ramon Laureano now at the plate. Drilled out towards left center field. Ranging back. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Up next for the Orioles, right fielder, Heston.
2 down, base is empty. And next for the Orioles, Heston Kjerstad. And there's a fly ball deep right field. And in one hops the wall. Now he turns and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
These hitters today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
So runner at second, 2 down. Emmanuel Rivera, the next to hit for the Orioles.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
That's a ball.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Right through there for a strike. Kjerstad stands at second with 2 gone. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Swing and a miss, and that is that. So a 2-out double, but they don't score. 8th inning coming up. It's the Orioles 4 and the Royals 2. Back here in Baltimore, we're at the top of the 8th, and now the center fielder, Kyle Isbell. That's in for a strike at 95, 0-1. Line drive. Whips it to Mountcastle. 1 up, 1 down.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Now here is Jonathan India. 1 for 3. That one almost got him. Slapped foul. Swings through that.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
High fly ball lifted into the air, right field. He's got it, and there's 2 away. Now the Orioles manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Cionel Perez won't go any further tonight. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. So a new arm out of the bullpen for the Orioles, Sir Anthony Dominguez.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Bobby Witt Jr. steps in for the Royals. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Fly ball center field. Mullins corrals it, and that'll do it. Nothing across here this half. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Orioles 4 and the Royals 2. And we're back on to the bottom of the 8th. Leading off, Cedric Mullins. Ersig back to work. That one outside. 1-0.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
And it's fouled away. Foul ball there. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now, when you follow up a triple-digit fastball with a nasty changeup, pretty much every time the hitter's going to be in trouble. That was the plan. Get him to sit dead red on the fastball and then just make him look foolish with the off-speed stuff.
Hit in the air, center field. Isbell makes the grab, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, catcher.
And now the switch hitting catcher, Adley Rutschman. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. And another ball. Fastball for a strike. Just missed. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Garcia right there to make the grab. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Nothing doing this time around for the O's as they can't add to their 4-2 lead. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Felix Bautista.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Pasquantino stands in now and watches strike 1. Fouled off left side. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. The 1-2. Ah, that hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning. Michael Garcia, the next to hit. 0 for 3 in this one. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Swing and a drive. Deep left field. That's back there. Reaching for it and brings it in.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
And next up for the Royals, Michael Massey. And a strike right through there. That one in triple digits.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days. You would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
In the dirt. And the runner stays where he is. With the tying run at the plate, here at the top of the 9th. And look out. That one gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one. Now a move being made at second base. Coming in as the pinch runner, Kevin Biggio. And next is the designated hitter, Mark Canha. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout.
It's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
The 1-0. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Biggio over at second. Massey over at first with one away. And that's in the dirt. 2 on, 1 out. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And they're down to their last out.
First strikeout for him in this one. That splitter is maybe the go-to pitch when he's looking for a swing and miss like that. He throws it quite a bit, and that's a good example of the effect it can have on a hitter.
So it's their last chance in this one. And the batter now, Drew Waters. And there's a strike on the outside corner. They're down to their final strike.
Well, this is a higher leverage spot, and I love the way that he's turned things around. He's got 2 outs now ahead in this count, and he can pretty much dictate what's going to happen next in terms of the pitch sequence.
This could end it. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Rutschman on to first, and that'll do it as they complete the strikeout to end it.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
And your final 4-2 as the Orioles win this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
Alrighty, y'all, man. That's game. That was yeah. That was a good, good game. At the end of the day, Royals pulled it out. They're going back and forth, but it looks like Royals ended up getting the win. But appreciate those for stopping by, support me, watching my videos. If you don't follow me, I appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube. I will appreciate it. Yeah. I'll be back soon enough, man. I'm gonna do the tonight's future NBA game. All right, man. Deuces, Money out. Have a great one, y'all.